Software engineering offers immense job prospects, especially in the US. In the coming years, software industry will multiply. There will be more opportunities for fresh software engineering graduates, but it also means more competition. So you need to be on your A game to stay relevant in the field. How do you do that? This is what this video is all about. Software keeps changing rapidly, and new technologies keep popping up frequently. As a software engineer, it can be overwhelming to stay updated with the latest trends, but it's vital if you want to make a career out of it. First, why is learning skills important? As you learn new skills, it gives you a chance to tap into a broader market of software engineering. You can explore more tools to build a stronger resume, and on the other hand, if you limit yourself to skills you learned in college, you might be missing out on the latest trends, and it'll narrow down your chances of getting a good job. How do I learn so many things fast? The problem learning new skills is that it takes time. Whether it's a programming language or a development tool or a new database technique, it can take an appreciable amount of time to master this tool. So how do you learn it faster? Today it's more convenient to learn software engineering than it's ever been before. All you need is a PC and you can access immense literature and content online. Tools like GitHub and Stack Overflow are also great resources for learning. So first, get a PC, which you likely already have, and an internet connection. Also, this is a no-brainer. And let's get started. So what should you do next? Quick learning is all about brain training. Before I go to the hacks for learning software engineering skills faster, I'll tell you how fast learning works. To be a quicker learner, you need to trick your brain into new things. If you find new information fascinating, your brain will absorb it faster. So if software engineering and any other skill seems to be new and exciting to learn to you, your brain will learn it faster. If this is not the case, here's what you should do. How do you trick your brain into quick learning? Let's take a look at 5 important ways to learn software engineering skills quicker. First is immense short learning bursts. If you're learning new things without a break, don't spend more than 50 minutes. That's what experts suggest. If you spend around 35 to 40 minutes, that's perfect. And if that's a sufficient amount of time for your brain to absorb the knowledge. So let's say you're starting to learn a new programming language. Keep these 2 things in mind. Start your coding sessions in short bursts of 35 to 40 minutes, and do not limit your sessions to under 30 minutes. Experts suggest a 10-minute break between these bursts to give your brain enough time to refresh and prepare for new learning material. You can also use tools like alarms and reminders to ensure that you're taking these short breaks at the right time. When you take a break, get yourself a snack or just throw some water in your face and come back fresh for the next session. Next up, teach content. Many people believe that teaching is the best way to learn a new skill, and there is quite a science behind it. When you teach someone, you want to ensure that the student learns the concept or skill entirely. So your brain tries a new innovative technique to explain the specific topic. While teaching, your mindset changes. You're always looking to make your content more engaging and practical so the students can learn more effectively. If you want to teach and learn, get your friends on board and teach them the new skill that you want to learn yourself. Ask your friends to come over with their laptops and start practicing. Don't forget to implement step number 1. Take short breaks every so often. The next step, implementing things. How many times during or after watching an online video tutorial do you practice it? Well, hardly a few people do it, not too many that I know of. That's the problem. While watching online tutorials, most of us don't implement what we've actually just learned. You might be learning a new development tool on YouTube or looking at a coding solution on GitHub. Simply watching a video or copy-pasting the solution won't do you any good, and all it does is deprive you of significant learning. It's almost like noting down the lectures by hand. Similarly, if you note lectures on your laptop, your brain doesn't stimulate much, and there are chances of distraction too. Remember, software engineering is not only about how to use tech tools, it's about learning drawing diagrams by hand. For example, when you draw UML diagrams and flowcharts by hand, it helps your brain simulate faster. This way you can learn new skills much quicker. If you want to learn the skill faster, make sure you apply the concepts while you're learning them. That means a 5-minute tutorial should not end in 5 minutes. Take a while to digest, practice, and master what just got taught to you. Pause the video and apply the steps on the run. With these pauses and implementation, you're breaking down a concept into smaller parts. In simple words, you're making it easier for your brain to absorb them quicker. If you watch the entire video and then try to apply the solution, there are chances you might miss out on something. So the quick learning rules are simple, no matter if you're a beginner or a pro. Take paper and a pencil with you all the time and note down important points by hand when learning a new skill. Don't rush it. There's a massive difference between learning quickly and rushing to learn. And to understand that, you need to know about mental spacing. Mental spacing is a concept in learning when you allow yourself time between learning stints. It means that you can either learn an entire concept in one night or break it down into sections and learn it over a week. You may be wondering we're missing the point here. Yes, I'm talking about quick learning, something that you won't forget in a day or two, or probably a week. Spacing your learning cycles always gives better results. Spaced learning is crucial if you want to retain the material. You'll be reviewing the material after a gap of a day or two. When you revise the concept time and time again, your brain gets familiar with it and remembers for a long, long time. Take object-oriented programming for instance. The purpose is to learn a concept. So what should you do? Well, in the first session, start with just making classes. Then take a break and return to more classes. Don't jump to the next topic yet because your brain is getting familiar with the process. Your brain will be developing an understanding of how to make classes of different types in object-oriented programming. Next, play around with concepts. When you're learning a new skill, make sure that you don't limit yourself to what's in a tutorial. You should instead find new ways of implementing the same concept through different tools. Let me explain in detail. You see, tools like Pandas, Scikit, etc. help you learn machine learning concepts, and they are strict mathematical tools. While using them to good effect, try to add more fun by animations or graphics. That way you can visualize some concepts. Similarly, some tools teaching programming through games, and they've been quite popular amongst kids. What if you can implement them into learning a new software engineering skill? I see no harm in trying a different approach to learn programming language. Learning becomes more fun in this way, and you'll be able to learn new concepts simply by playing around with other tools. The idea is to explore different aspects of software engineering because it'll help you apply it in more robust systems in the future. So let's conclude it. Remember that acquiring a new software engineering skill can be quite demanding. So even if you're not learning fast enough to start, make sure to remain persistent and it'll eventually lead you somewhere. If you're eager for another approach to learning software engineering skills, check out my video on the top 11 software engineering books every developer should read. See you in there.